Welcome back to Natelby Reefing, and we're going to try and dip these corals. Now, I don't have any coral dip, and I also ran out of RO water coincidentally today. But here's the plan. Every time I've opened Coral RX, it smells exactly like Dettol. Like, honestly, it smells like it's the same thing. So what I've done is I've made a 1 in 10 solution here, right, of Dettol and seawater. Then dipping in iodine is usually good for infections and things. So just in case this does any trauma to the skin, I'm going to dip it in the iodine afterwards, which is a 1 in 10 solution. And then I'm going to put them in this salt water, which is just clean, and then put them back in the tank. So we'll see how it goes. So I made the solution a bit more dilute because I thought 1 in 10 is a bit strong. So it's 1 in 20 now. That's the solution that I'm using here of the Dettol, and a 1 in 20 of the iodine. So yeah, let's have a look. Pretty murky and stuff in there. It's like you can't really see anything in there. So just gonna leave it a little bit. I'm gonna flick some water over the top of it, and I'm gonna try and see if any of the flatworms let go. So after I dipped it and cleaned it and used a syringe to puff water on it, and then dipped it in the iodine afterwards, it looks like there are a lot less. There's definitely still 1 or 2, but I don't want to risk leaving the coral in for too long and then damaging the polyps. So, like, cleaning bucket, and we can see quite a few of the flatworms still falling off, but obviously there's still quite a lot on the coral. Don't know what I'll do. I might dip them again just one more time. The big ones tend to hold on much tighter than the little ones, so the little ones fell off quite easily, but it's those big ones that don't come off. So this is what it looks like. I've got the purple gonny in the Dettol dip now. You can see all the flatworms have fallen off and have come up to the surface. Here's some big ones there. What I've done now is I had both of the gonnies taken, dipped in the Dettol, dipped in the iodine, rinsed, and then put back in the tank. But I also did the same for the rocks. Now, what I saw on the rocks were a couple little red dots that I thought might be flatworms, but it was almost like a strange powder. So I hope it wasn't flatworm eggs. So here's a quick update. I can't talk for too long because all hell broke loose. Turns out leftover Dettol on a coral in a fish tank is probably not too bad for the coral, but terrible for the fish. So the clownfish stopped swimming, they sunk to the bottom. I picked them up, put them in some fresh salt water. Thank goodness I had more. I'm aerating with this. They're all fine now, but they definitely didn't look good for about 20 seconds. So now I'm just taking all the water out the tank, and I'm gonna fill it up with all fresh natural salt water and see what happens. Okay, so 100% water change done. They seem to be swimming a lot better than they were. They're at least swimming and not floating. The NEM retracted like all the way in. And I'm just doing this because I don't have any oxygenation in this tank, like skimmers and stuff. So I'm just doing this to make sure the fish have enough oxygen for the next couple of hours. Okay, so it's the following morning now. The fish are out and about, doing a bit better. They're looking for food. I did put some food in earlier just to see if they'd eat, and they all did try and eat. The coral is looking quite annoyed. It had quite a thick slime over it this morning. I blew it all off with the power head, let it go over the overflow. Yeah, but the corals are already opening more than they did when they had the flatworms on. So yeah, I'm just curious to see how we go from here. That was somewhat disastrous, but let's see. Thanks for watching.